The traditional way of doing business involves constantly battling with competitors and being careful not to get literally eaten up by the fiercest ones. But what if there was a way to redefine the rules and barriers of your business sector to create a new market all on your own and make the competition irrelevant? Wouldn't that be wonderful? This is exactly what the book Blue Ocean Strategy by René Mauborgne and Chan Kim teaches.
For me, it was a real revolution, so much so that I studied everything I could on the subject, became a certified Blue Ocean Strategy practitioner, and in the description below, you'll find how to get my help with this strategy inside the Founder's Potential Premium. And no, I don't actually own this ugly yellow suit.
This is the strategy that Cirque du Soleil used to revolutionize the circus industry. Instead of creating another slightly better version of the usual circus, they removed some elements that they observed were no longer greatly appreciated by the audience, such as the use of animals in the shows, and added some elements from the theater industry, like a theme for the show, music, and artistic dances, all in a very refined style and environment. This isn't just differentiation within the circus market. They created something new and actually expanded the target audience, attracting theater lovers and adults who would never have gone to a circus. Another example comes from an Australian wine company that, instead of competing in the red ocean of wine against much more prestigious wines from Italy or France, observed that the wine market is very complicated, with too much choice and complex terms that overwhelm the average customer. So they launched Yellowtail, eliminating all the complexities by offering only one bottle of white wine and one of red wine, with a playful and easy-to-drink style. By doing this, they not only attracted wine drinkers, but also brought many people to the wine market, who previously chose other alcoholic drinks like beer, because they found wine too overwhelming. This is not just simple differentiation within the wine market. It's a true redefinition of market boundaries and the creation of a blue ocean that expanded the focus, not narrowed it. Now you should have at least an idea of what the Blue Ocean strategy is, so it's time to go back to the beginning to understand how it works in more detail. The book uses the analogy of two oceans, which is very clear: the red ocean and the blue ocean. Let's start with the red ocean. This is the traditional way of doing business. No matter the business sector, you usually choose an existing market to enter or create a niche within that market, narrowing your focus. The focus is on the existing customers of that market. What do the customers want? How can we offer something better to attract them to our company and beat the competition? To beat the competition, two primary strategies are used. Either offer a similar product at a lower price or offer more value, usually at a higher price, thus moving towards premium products. This is a real trade-off. The customer has to choose between high quality or low price. Let's take an example. A furniture company wants to enter the market and compete with the market leader, IKEA. It can either enter as a very affordable furniture company, trying to steal customers from IKEA by beating them on price, or it can create a high-end, sophisticated furniture company, usually targeting a niche audience at a much higher price. With this traditional approach, the focus is on differences within the market sector. So in our example, how can I be different from IKEA to stand out in the furniture market? Let's say IKEA, as the leader, sets the market standard accepted by customers in that sector. If someone wants to differentiate by having the lowest price, they usually make compromises with the market standard to save some costs and offer a cheaper product. On the other hand, if someone wants to provide more value, they usually need to maintain all the market standards and add something extra. This perspective is very interesting because it shows why it's difficult to compete on price while maintaining high quality. You have to offer everything that others do, and on top of that, something extra to differentiate yourself. Doing this, the cost for the company keeps rising, but the price to the customer can only rise to a certain point because customers won't be willing to buy beyond that. In fact, the more competition there is, the more similar products are offered, and the lower the price for the customer drops. The result is that margins decrease. Companies earn less and less, and increasingly fight over the same customers in the market. And, apart from a few survivors, it ends in a bloodbath. This is the red ocean. To create a blue ocean, you think very differently. You don't take the current market boundaries for granted. Instead, you aim to break and redefine them to create a new market. To do this, you also look at other similar industries, and instead of seeking differences within your sector to differentiate yourself, You look for commonalities between similar industries. You don't focus on the customers of your sector, but try to understand why the non-customers of your sector, who are customers of other sectors, make the choices they do. This way, you can create an offering that takes the best from multiple sectors, maximizes customer benefits, and cannot be confined within an existing market because you've created a new one.
As you've seen, this is a very different way to create your market and stand out. If you want to learn exactly how to create your own blue ocean, you'll find the link to the Founder's Potential Premium below, where you'll get all the guidance you need. I'm a certified blue ocean strategy practitioner, so I walk you through the process step by step. And choosing or creating the right market is the very first step in a 5-step process to align and grow your business, which I explain here.